So it's breaking. Say something. I'm back before we get to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, as you always watch full video.
While Krishan and Blueface set the standard for toxic relationships, 28-year-old Boston Richey and his 19-year-old girlfriend are following close behind. On March 31st,
That
a
is just
criminal complaint would
crazy,
be
dog.
filed out of Harris County.
I just don't get like how I don't get how niggas can just move like that and act like everything is cool and copacetic. Like, bro, you are almost 30-year-old dating a 19-year-old girl. Like when people like, bruh, where's her parents? Where's her brothers? Where's her uncles? Where's her best friends? Like somebody, bruh. Like there's no way possible, bruh. I would have let my little sister be 19 talking to somebody 28. When she was 19, she wasn't even allowed to talk to somebody 23. Nigga, what is you doing? I remember the time, bro. Like my cousin, they were like, she had somebody put up, bro. I walked. How old are you, bro? I'm 23, bro. Come on, dog. You gotta get the f up out of here, dog. No, we're not doing that. That's just a few years, but that few years is a big difference. She's a teen. It might be 19 and legal, but no, we're not doing that.
Texas, stating Houston police responded to a call at
I
3:30
wouldn't even do that
a.m.
myself. I don't
regarding an
care how
assault with
good a
an
girl
unknown
look.
weapon
Hell no.
at the Marriott Hotel downtown. 19-year-old Tatiana Chanel would speak with Houston police stating between 8 and 10:30 p.m., her and her boyfriend Jalen Foster, aka Boston Richey, who've been dating roughly 1 to 2 years, were at a nightclub named Sakai for an event. That's when Richey grabbed her phone from her hands and began arguing with her, later taking her other phone.
The Helion. Oh.
It's
What
prime
the heli
video,
Burton?
bro. That's like the slight funny part about this video. That this is prime time Hitler's video, bro. I'm probably throwing him up under the bus. Some people probably didn't even know that, but if you know the voice, bro, and you seen it when he posted it, or I think he posted it, that's his voice, bro. That's crazy. I might be throwing the homie up under the bus, but my bad, bro. My bad. But hey, you should have posted this, bro. I would have for sure. If this is on Twitch, if this is a video and you just posted it on Instagram story, I wouldn't have posted it. I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do this one. This is crazy as hell. And even that, again, almost 30-year-old man, you're letting a 19-year-old girl stress you out to the point you gotta snatch her phone. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that. No, if you're gonna be that grown and you want to talk to somebody this young, bruh, be a man. Even though you're still not being a man because you know what you're already doing. But don't what I'm like, hey, you want to act funny? Cut you off. Like
The Helion. Oh. What the heli Burton?
in front of
That's
everybody.
Shorty?
I
That's
mean,
the little young joint?
look, the little young joint.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, what the heli Burton? What the Helion? What the heli?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, don't record that.
Yeah.
She told officers her and Richey took two
It was
separate
too late though. He
vehicles
knew
to
that
the
he knew to
event.
cut it off, but it
When
was
they
too late.
arrived, she asked for her phone back from the vehicle. When she got out, she claimed Richey exited his vehicle and pushed her into the second row within the vehicle. He then began choking her for approximately 6 to 10 seconds and choked her approximately 20 times within 2 hours. She told officers that Richey pushed her to the floor of the vehicle twice, using his knee and body weight on her neck to stop her breathing. During the strangulation, she stated she believed she lost consciousness, felt dizzy, lightheaded, tense, weak, and she threw up twice. She told officers she felt as though she was going to die and claimed
That's
Boston
crazy,
Richey told
dog.
her, "If you call the police, I might as well kill you." When she tried to get out of the vehicle, Richey told her she couldn't, as 2 others sat and watched everything happen. It wasn't until a mutual friend of theirs got in and prevented him from continuing the assault that he finally stopped. Tatiana would finish her statement by telling officers
All
she's
I do is
48
shake my
weeks
head.
pregnant and that Richey was aware. Tatiana would claim Richey choked her previously and provided pictures to police of her injuries. She'd identify Richey by his ID photo and stated she wanted to press charges. Now, this criminal complaint would make its rounds through social media, as would photos of Tatiana's neck, and this wasn't the first time the couple had the blog's attention. Back in January, she posted to social media saying Richey paid off her whole year of rent, consistently cleans her house, grocery shops for her, and makes her breakfast. And this comes only 3 months after Tati went viral for this picture with Lil.
Is you the boyfriend or a servant, my boy? But ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Hey, that's catering. Ain't nothing wrong with doing it. Again, a lot of these dudes are paying rent, paying off whole year rent, paying off tuition. So, hey, especially this is the person that you're rocking with. Hey, and you got it. It is what it is. Especially if it's not hurting your pockets. It is what it is. But again, the only thing that still makes this weird is the age. It just, I just couldn't do it. Master Richey says he's no longer drinking anymore after his young girlfriend cheated. She was 18. He was 27. There is no way. Again, I don't care how good a person looks, bro. You gotta have some morals and respect about yourself, bro. Even if you're in a club and somehow she was in this same club, no. Once you, hey, how old are you? I'm 18. Sorry. See you in a few years. No, like, bro, like.
TJ, but Richey has openly admitted to tricking and has made it a part of his persona to pay for love, and it's believed he does so to cater to his female fans. But if we rewind back to January of 2024,
well, look, most of the time, a lot of dudes, sorry, I might be breaking guy code with this, but I'm breaking trick code with this. Ladies, a lot of dudes that act like, all right, they want to take care of you wholehearted. Like, look, it's 50-50 with this, right? It's 50-50. You had the certain dudes who, hey, they grew up on this. They was taught this when they was young. You know, man, take care of the home, take care of the, hey, that's cool. Some are using it to control you. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't don't talk. Don't talk back. Don't question what I'm doing. It's a control tactic. I'm paying for all this. You have no income. You have no job. You have no house. You have no car. Everything you own is in my name. It's a control tactic. Be smart. That's why me personally, I want my girl to have her own. Just in case life and not saying that I'm thinking about us breaking up, but hey, life happens. I might want to leave. You might want to leave. God might take you. God might take me. Don't you still want to be well off? You still want to be good, right?
that's
Because
where
my
things
insurance money
get
going to somebody else.
Tatiana
That's
would
going to
post
somebody
pictures
else.
with the last
Sorry.
slide showing a cake that read legal. Rumors had previously come out stating Boston Richey was dating a minor, and this post would seemingly confirm she just turned 18. As the blog started going against Richey and going as far as showing old story posts of Tati
Yeah, I
when she
remember
would have
that.
been 17,
Yeah.
Richey would respond to the accusations.
It's my bro, she 18. This girl 23. You gonna say what up?
Hey y'all,
Hey y'all, are you still beefing?
look,
Fucking hard. You still beefing?
Like, yeah, people like the social media was slightly going against him, but not in a major way, and it's because he's tricking. If this would have been a normal dude, a 9 to 5, they would have bled him. Bled him. What? She had your chain on at 17. I seen another video. Somebody was talking about that. They said she was in the nude when she did that. You hitting a 17-year-old kid. Where are her peoples at, bruh? Fellas, I don't care if it feel like it's a double standard. It, do not let your little sister be talking to no older dudes, bro. I don't care if you 20 talking to somebody 26, 27. Let that be you. Don't let that be her too. I don't care. It might sound like a double standard, but bruh, come on.
Beefing? I know.
No.
Okay. Check your ass
Look.
up online.
Now, Richey would claim she wasn't 18, but in fact 23. Later in November of 2024, during an interview,
That makes it even worse. You trying to lie about
when
her
asked
age.
about dating an 18-year-old, Richey would confirm it happened.
Help me understand. I'm not all the way hip to all the gossip of your personal life.
Right.
But you were dating like an 18-year-old chick, right?
Yeah.
You guys broke up.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the big deal? You're a kid. You're like 23 years old, right?
Nah.
How old are you?
I don't know. It really wasn't no big deal. It's just motherfuckers.
But people were like making a big deal that you're dating an 18-year-old.
Yeah. But it really wasn't nothing like it.
But how old are you?
27.
I mean, fuck.
But let's be clear and be fair. No criminal investigation has gone public.
No,
at any
nigga.
time, and no proof of
Who they care? Don't you got a daughter? Might be putting a baby on you, and I don't even know you like that. But don't you got a kid, bro? Niggas, you gotta have some more respect. Like, y'all gotta think about, like, your daughter is gonna be in this position. You're gonna what? I wish my daughter would be 19 talking to somebody 20, 28, 27. What? Nah. It's not about being strict. It's about respect and morals, bro. Like, no, bro. That's how it be 19-year-old girls. You didn't go through no type of struggle. You didn't have not one job. Not one. You didn't go get on the county. You didn't do nothing. We went straight to OF. You didn't even try. Like, and that's sad in this generation, bro. Like, people are making it so okay for these big age gaps and prostitution to be okay. And it's crazy.
doing anything with a minor has been brought up or used against him, even by Tatiana. These are all just examples of a relationship gone viral for all of the wrong reasons, and it gets worse. Because of the incident in Houston, Boston Richey was charged with felony assault by impeding breathing. A third-degree felony, under Texas law, this charge alone can carry 2 to 10 years in state prison.
That ain't finna
But
get
it still
probation.
gets worse. Back in 2023, Boston Richey was indicted by the feds on charges of distributing more than 100 kilos of marijuana, possessing 12 firearms including a Glock with a switch, and possessing those firearms in furtherance of drug trafficking. From now until then, Richey has been out on pretrial release, the federal version of bond, and a major stipulation of that pretrial release was obviously not getting arrested. On April 14th, federal prosecutors would file an order revoking release, stating Richey violated his release conditions. He was required to refrain from committing any new offenses, reside in his approved residence, and not travel beyond the Northern District of Florida unless he obtained permission. On the day of the assault, Richey did not have any shows booked and was not approved to be out of state. So not only did he violate by leaving without
Dummy.
permission,
Making
he
all that
caught a
money,
new
nigga.
felony by strangling his pregnant girlfriend. A federal warrant for arrest was issued on April 8th, and according to the order revoking release, U.S. Marshals attempted to track Richey's tour dates, which indicated he should have been in Vegas on April 12th, but he was a no-show. Marshals were unable to locate him for a week before he finally surrendered himself to the feds.
You going to jail,
Federal
bro.
prosecutors are now going to use all of this as reasoning to why Boston Richey should not be granted another pretrial release until he goes to trial for his current Fed case. This would put a pause on all shows and his ability to
bruh.
earn more money by performing to fight the case. Now, when Richey
In this position, do you be mad at yourself or are you mad at the nigga that posted the video? Sorry, Prime. My bad.
defense,
I rock with the content,
MC
bruh.
Media
Rock with the
would
content,
post
rock with the music,
screenshots
but hey.
claiming Tatiana was willing to drop the lawsuit if he pays her $100,000. Allegedly, she'd say the warrant was already out, but she won't testify, press charges, or continue to cooperate as long as the wire is received. She then allegedly claimed the state of Texas will drop the charges if she doesn't plan on testifying. Comments under the post would go crazy, as someone as far as saying Boston Richey is getting extorted by a teenager, along with saying it's witness tampering, which is interesting.
That is.
Nobody knows if the texts were actually her, but if it was and Richey posted them, it poses the question, could she be charged with extortion? Or could he be charged with an additional felony for trying to bribe a witness? It's just an added twist to an already spiraling relationship. If kept within federal custody, Boston Richey will miss the birth of his child with Tatiana if she's actually pregnant. But we'll just have to wait and see how this case progresses. Now, just to touch on that last bit of information, her saying she'll drop the lawsuit. This isn't a lawsuit. This is a criminal case.
Yeah.
He's not getting sued.
It's not even up to her no more.
Based off of her statement and the evidence that she gave, which includes the statement, as well as photographs.
Yeah, I think even if she didn't testify, sometimes when it comes to domestic violence cases like that, they still will pursue it, whether they come to court, whether they press charges or not. Especially when they have proof of it happening too, and this is a new case. You violated your parole, probation, whatever, or your bail, whatever. You violated, so therefore you still might end up in jail.
And then the video of him snatching the phone. There's no
That's
video
stealing.
evidence of the strangulation or anything like that, right? But when you blatantly have someone saying, yeah, this is what happened, it doesn't look good. And I don't know if she realized it or not, but because she made these statements and he was charged, she just put him back in the feds because he was on pretrial release. He wasn't supposed to be in Houston, Texas. And then, he caught a new felony case. So there's a good chance they're going to try to keep him in the feds until his case is concluded, which could take however long. And because it's a Fed case, it could also come with prison time, right? Because NBA Youngboy is one of the very few people we know that's caught a Fed case and walked away with a super light sentence, versus Pooh Shiesty, I believe, got like 5 years or more just for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Well, they're saying Richey possessed 12 firearms, possessed them in furtherance of drug trafficking, and was allegedly pushing over 100 keys of marijuana. So, if Richey ends up getting 5 or more years, that means he'll be gone from now until then, until his release date. That's the move that.
Instead of again, these rappers or whatever, they be in these great positions. Like, bro, if I'm able to purchase this amount of things, right? If I'm able to trick off on my girlfriend, all this tricking, buying all this stuff, I'm gonna go buy me a business, put it in the LLC that's not my name. Like, make up a business name, put the dispensary, whatever, in that name. So the law, whatever, doesn't know that it's 100% you. The government knows, but police don't know it's you. So they run it up. I forgot who. It's another dude who did that. He was a rapper. Got arrested for for buds, whatever. And then once bud became legal, I think he's one of the biggest dispensary rappers, whatever. A lot of these rappers, they have ties to dispensaries. I think he's one of the biggest. And he was going to jail for it, bro. He turned a negative into a positive, bro.
She made, filing this report. And if she's getting strangled, you can't really hold that against her, right? She's only 19 years old. And I mean,
19
that in itself,
or 29, bro. Struggling in,
because there's no evidence that he did anything crazy. Apparently, Tatiana's mom was like, why are y'all worried about my daughter? She's doing fine, when she was only 17. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Because there's nothing saying he did anything crazy, so you really can't put a title on him until that point. But again, this is another example of.
But if they can look at that photo from, never mind, I'm gonna let it go. That is crazy. That nigga should be in jail off that, nigga. Well, you had a mind. I mean, You gotta
Richey
prove that she
and
was with
Tatiana.
him when she posted that
It's
photo.
wild, but drop y'all thoughts in the comments section. Let me know what y'all think about this.
This is crazy though, man. Make sure like, comment, subscribe, catch you on the next one.